Hi, I'm Anna, and this is The Real Crime Diary, where we dive into the most compelling and mysterious stories from around the world. Our mission is to bring you detailed analysis, exclusive interviews, and the latest updates. Whether you're a seasonal true crime enthusiast or new to this world, The Real Crime Diary has something for everyone. Each day of the week, we bring you a new theme. Murder Mondays, delving into the darkest murder mysteries. Tech Tuesdays, unraveling cyber crimes and tech-related mysteries. Wanted Wednesdays, where we profile the most wanted criminals and cold cases. Terror Thursdays, where we explain technological advancements in crime solving. Freaky Fridays, with the most bizarre and unusual crime stories. Siberian Saturdays, with mysteries from the coldest corners around the world. And always remember, the truth is out there. Let's uncover it together. I'm your girl Anna, and this is The Real Crime Diary, your daily dose of crime.
In a shocking crime that has sent ripples through Australia, the tragic endings of Jesse Baird and Luke Davies have exposed deep-seated issues within the justice system and the relationship between law enforcement and the LGBTQ+ community. The alleged involvement of Senior Constable Beau Lamar Condon in this double homicide has prompted nationwide reflection on accountability, weapon control, and the emotional toll on affected communities. This video examines the multifaceted impact of this case, highlighting its significance for victims' families, the broader public, and future reforms. The bodies of Jesse Baird, a former television reporter, and Luke Davies, a flight attendant, were discovered hidden under rocks and debris on a rural property near Bungonia, Australia. Police arrested Beau Lamar Condon, who had previously dated Baird, and charged him with the endings. The case, described as a crime of passion, has drawn significant attention due to Condon's position as a police officer and the alleged use of his service pistol in the crime. The investigation revealed a series of events leading up to the discovery of the bodies. After an initial search ended unsuccessfully, Condon, who had refused to answer police questions, eventually directed investigators to the location of the bodies. The revelation of his involvement, compounded by the use of a police firearm, has sparked outrage and calls for a thorough review of weapon handling procedures within law enforcement. The endings have had a profound impact on the families of Jesse Baird and Luke Davies, leaving them to grapple with the sudden loss of their loved ones. The emotional and psychological toll on the families is immense, as they navigate their grief amidst media scrutiny and a highly publicized investigation. The broader community, particularly within the LGBTQ+ population, has also been deeply affected. The couple had planned to celebrate at the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras, a symbol of pride and inclusivity, amplifying the sense of loss within the community. The case has reignited conversations about safety, acceptance, and the ongoing struggles faced by LGBTQ+ individuals in society. The media coverage of the case has been extensive, influencing public perception and shaping the narrative around law enforcement and accountability. The portrayal of Condon, a police officer accused of such heinous crimes, has intensified debates about trust in the justice system. Public reactions have been polarized, with some viewing the case as an isolated incident, while others see it as indicative of systemic issues within law enforcement. The media's role in highlighting these discussions underscores the power of storytelling in driving societal change and advocating for reform. The involvement of a police officer in a double homicide using his service weapon has prompted a critical examination of Australia's justice system. The case underscores the need for stricter oversight and accountability measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. Weapon ownership in Australia is highly restricted, and the case has led to a review of weapon handling procedures within law enforcement agencies. Police Commissioner Karen Webb emphasized the importance of preventing such occurrences and mitigating risks associated with police firearms. The case also raises questions about the support systems in place for officers dealing with personal issues. The need for comprehensive mental health resources and conflict resolution training within the police force has become a focal point in discussions about reform. In the wake of this tragedy, there has been a collective call for change from victims' families, community leaders, and activists. The exclusion of police from the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras parade highlights the deep-seated tensions between law enforcement and the LGBTQ+ community, emphasizing the need for healing and reconciliation. LGBTQ+ advocates have expressed their grief and anger, calling for accountability and systemic changes to ensure safety and equality for all individuals. The case serves as a catalyst for dialogue about the challenges faced by marginalized communities and the role of law enforcement in fostering trust and inclusivity. The decision by the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras Board to exclude police from the parade reflects the complexities of the relationship between law enforcement and the LGBTQ+ community. While many officers who participate are members of the LGBTQ+ community themselves, the board felt that their inclusion this year could intensify feelings of sorrow and distress. The Mardi Gras Parade, which began as a protest against discrimination in 1978, has evolved into a celebration of diversity and acceptance. The exclusion of police highlights the ongoing struggle for equality and the need to address historical grievances while acknowledging progress made in building positive relationships. The case has also sparked political debate, with state opposition lawmaker Jackie Monroe calling for the withdrawal of government funding from the Mardi Gras event over the exclusion of police. State Premier Chris Minns expressed hope that police would be allowed to march but ruled out withdrawing funding. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese acknowledged the progress made in relations between police and the LGBTQ+ community since 1978, emphasizing the importance of maintaining positive interactions. The case serves as a reminder of the need for continued efforts to bridge divides and foster understanding between different sectors of society. The tragic endings of Jesse Baird and Luke Davies have had far-reaching implications for individuals, communities, and the justice system as a whole. As Australia grapples with the aftermath of this case, the importance of accountability, reform, and healing becomes ever more apparent. The case serves as a stark reminder of the challenges faced by marginalized communities and the ongoing need for dialogue and change. As the nation mourns the loss of two vibrant lives, it is incumbent upon society to learn from this tragedy and work towards a future where justice, equality, and acceptance prevail. The involvement of a police officer in such a violent crime has raised serious concerns about public trust in law enforcement. This case has prompted questions about the integrity and accountability of the police force. Trust erosion. The alleged use of a police firearm in the endings has shaken public confidence in the justice system. The perception of law enforcement as protectors of society has been challenged, leading to demands for greater oversight and accountability. Police reform. This incident has intensified calls for reform within the police force, including improved training, mental health support for officers, and stricter regulations on firearm usage. The case highlights the need for systemic changes to prevent similar tragedies and restore public trust. Weapon control and legal frameworks. Australia is known for its strict weapon control laws, but the case has raised questions about the adequacy of these regulations, particularly regarding police firearms. Weapon handling procedures. The alleged misuse of a police service pistol has prompted a review of weapon handling procedures within law enforcement. There is a growing call for stricter protocols to ensure that firearms are only used in appropriate circumstances and to prevent their misuse. Policy changes. Policymakers are under pressure to implement changes that address gaps in the legal framework surrounding weapon control and law enforcement accountability. The case serves as a reminder of the need for continuous evaluation and improvement of existing laws to ensure public safety. Psychological and emotional impact. Trauma and mental health. The endings of Jesse Baird and Luke Davies have had a profound psychological impact on their families, friends, and the broader community. The emotional toll of such a tragedy can have long-lasting effects on mental health. Grief and loss. The sudden and violent loss of loved ones can lead to intense grief and trauma for the victims' families and friends. The process of healing and finding closure can be challenging, particularly when the case receives widespread media attention. Community support. The community's response to the tragedy, including public vigils and support groups, plays a crucial role in helping those affected cope with their grief. The importance of mental health resources and counseling services cannot be overstated in such circumstances. Officer mental health and support systems. The case also highlights the importance of mental health support systems for law enforcement officers. The pressures and stresses of police work can have significant psychological effects, which may contribute to tragic outcomes. Support for officers. There is a growing recognition of the need for comprehensive mental health resources and support systems for police officers. Ensuring that officers have access to counseling and conflict resolution training is crucial in preventing similar incidents. Addressing stigma. Breaking down the stigma surrounding mental health issues within the police force is essential for fostering a supportive environment. Encouraging officers to seek help when needed can help address underlying issues before they escalate. The legal proceedings surrounding the case will be closely watched, as they have significant implications for the justice system and public perception. Trial and verdict. The trial of Beau Lamar Condon will be a pivotal moment in the quest for justice for Jesse Baird and Luke Davies. The outcome of the trial will have far-reaching consequences for the victims' families and the public's confidence in the legal system. Accountability and consequences. The case underscores the importance of holding individuals accountable for their actions, regardless of their position or status. Ensuring that justice is served is essential for rebuilding public trust and preventing future tragedies. Political and government response. The case has prompted political debate and discussions about the role of government in addressing issues related to law enforcement and community relations. Government funding and support. The decision to exclude police from the Mardi Gras parade has sparked controversy, with some politicians calling for the withdrawal of government funding from the event. The government's response to the case will be closely scrutinized, as it reflects broader attitudes toward LGBTQ+ rights and law enforcement accountability. Policy and reform. Policymakers face pressure to implement reforms that address the issues highlighted by the case, including police accountability, weapon control, and support for marginalized communities. The case serves as a catalyst for change and an opportunity to create a more just and equitable society. Media and cultural impact. Media coverage and public perception. The extensive media coverage of the case has played a significant role in shaping public perception and driving discussions about the broader implications of the tragedy. Influence of media. The media's portrayal of the case has influenced public opinion, highlighting the power of storytelling in shaping societal attitudes. The media's role in advocating for reform and accountability underscores its importance in driving change. Public awareness. The case has raised public awareness of issues related to law enforcement, LGBTQ+ rights, and weapon control. The increased visibility of these issues has the potential to drive meaningful conversations and inspire action. Cultural reflections and societal change. The case has prompted reflection on cultural attitudes toward violence, discrimination, and acceptance, highlighting the need for ongoing societal change. Challenging stereotypes. The case challenges stereotypes and prejudices related to LGBTQ+ individuals and law enforcement, emphasizing the importance of challenging harmful narratives and promoting inclusivity. Advocating for change. The tragedy serves as a call to action for individuals and communities to advocate for change and work toward a more just and equitable society. The case highlights the power of collective action and the importance of standing up for marginalized communities. The endings of Jesse Baird and Luke Davies have had a profound impact on individuals, communities, and the justice system, underscoring the need for accountability, reform, and healing. As Australia grapples with the aftermath of this tragedy, it is essential to reflect on the lessons learned and work toward a future where justice, equality, and acceptance prevail. The case serves as a stark reminder of the challenges faced by marginalized communities and the ongoing need for dialogue and change, offering an opportunity for growth and transformation in the pursuit of a more just society. Thanks for watching this episode of The Real Crime Diary. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more true crime stories and updates. For more information, visit our website at therealcrimediary.com or check out our linktree at linktr.ee/trcd for all our latest content and updates. Remember, the truth is out there. Let's find it together.